we will start the session now. Welcome to this small session on how to use Algomojo platform to automate your trades. My name is Lokesh. I'm part of Algomojo team. Kindly use the Q&A box to raise any queries or any questions you would have or any clarifications that you need. Please use the Q&A box to type out your messages. I will try and address them as we go along. You need to pardon me for my voice. Got a bit of sore throat. It may not be very clear. I might be coughing and clearing my throat once in a while. Sorry about that. Extremely sorry. Yeah, let us start. We will start with a small presentation. Now, this session is getting recorded. In case you'd like to have a look at it later, it will be available. Yes. The agenda for today is that we will look at, to begin with, some of the key features of our platform. What is that our platform can do, and what are the features that are available in our platform, and how those features and facilities could help you in terms of automation of your trades. Now, in case you have anything specific to be seen or shown in the demo today, please let me know. I'll try and show those during this session. Yes, so we will look at some of the core features and benefits that Algomojo provides. Then we will look at how do we do an integration with TradingView. We will use some of the standard strategies and indicators that are available in TradingView, like super trend, or it could be RSI, or it could be trend lines kind of thing, and see how do we automate those kind of studies available in TradingView. I'm sure most of you would have experienced or used TradingView. In case if you have anything specific to be seen in TradingView and you'd like to understand how to automate that, please let me know. Let me try and show that during this demo today. And in case if anybody is interested in looking at Amibroker, we can try and look at how to do an integration using Amibroker as a tool for placing orders automatically. Right? Kindly feel free to ask any questions, any queries that you would have. I'll be more than happy to try and update you and let you know how to use our platform. Yes. Then a little small brief about our support structure. So when you're trading, in case if you want some assistance, there are multiple methods in which you could get in touch with us so that we can help you out in terms of doing your setup or clarifying the trades that have been taken. If there are any issues, how to troubleshoot them, how to understand them. So we are available to you online to extend any kind of support during the live markets. So brief you as to how to get in touch with us during the markets. Yeah. Then we will, of course, Q&A, you may not have to wait till the end of the session. Kindly raise your queries as and when you have any doubts in the Q&A box. Let me try and answer them. One moment. Sorry about that. So Algomojo is a web-based platform. You can use any browser to log into a platform and start using them. We don't have any mobile app or any kind of app for our application. It is a web-based platform only. So you can use Chrome, or you can use Edge or Firefox, Safari, any browser, either on a laptop or on a mobile phone, any place. And then you can use all the features and facilities that are available in our platform. Our platform is basically meant for automating your trading signals that you would be generating from various studies and strategies that would be used, say, in TradingView or in, say, charting or Amibroker or any such kind of charting platform, even MT4 kind of platforms. So, which give signals to enter a trade or an exit a trade. So, advantage being that after you do a one-time setup, the trades can happen automatically wherever there's a signal getting generated from your strategies or studies. Right? So some of the popular tools that integration is done is our TradingView, Amibroker, and MT4. Then, sorry, we provide common connectivity to integrate with multiple brokers using API. Currently, close to 28, 29 brokers are integrated. I'll share you the list of brokers. So if you have an account with any of the API integrated brokers, you could um, you could start using our platform. We provide a 7 days trial for all users. So once you check out all the features and facilities that are available in our platform, and in case if you feel that our platform is able to meet your trading and investment requirements, you can get into a subscription method. Right? Then we provide whatever sample codes or modules that are required for automation purpose. Now, the biggest advantage that we bring on table is that you can have any kind of any kind of strategies that you would like to run, and on any of these platforms, TradingView or Amibroker kind of thing. It can be any strategy. There are strategies which you would have got it developed, or you would have subscribed to some strategies from various traders or investors. You can bring those, and then we can help you to set up and do a automatic trading of the signals. So you're not dependent on us for any strategies or studies. Independent of the studies and strategies, you'll be able to use our platform. All you need to have is a good strategy that you would have tried and tested and back tested also, and you would like to take or trade as per that. So we are there to help you out in that journey as such. Now, another major advantage is that you need not have to have any kind of coding knowledge or programming knowledge to use our platform for automation purpose. It is a simple copy paste things that you need to do in any of these platforms. It could be TradingView, charting, or Amibroker. Just copy paste couple of things, and the system will be ready for taking the signals and placing the orders. Yeah, there's a query to check to set up. Yeah, it's a good question. If you're trading using option strategies, so you will have legs, uh, multiple legs in a option strategy. So you would have a buy of an option and maybe a sell of an option kind of thing. And both legs needs to be executed whenever there's a signal coming in from TradingView. So when you're doing a setup in our platform, I'll show it to you also. You can give a priority as to which order has to go in first. So normally to get the margin benefit, we buy the option first, and enter the trade in which there's an option to be bought, and then we would like the take the entry into a trade or a leg which has got a selling of an option or a future kind of thing. So that's possible. So you can set the priority. It is a one-time activity. So while entry also, you can say that like buy the option first and then the either the future or selling of the option second. And while exiting, it can be a reverse. You can exit the future first and then the option. So it is one-time setup which you can do. So if you have multiple legs, you can configure for each leg the sequence in which the orders have to get passed. So based on a single signal coming from any platform like TradingView, so all the legs will be executed. You need not have to worry. So we will look at what is the priority as per you set to take the first order. If you have said that you want to buy the option first, we'll buy the option. And then if you are entering a, say, futures trade, for example, if you're going along in the future, then we'll buy the put option for you first and then buy the long futures for you. And while exiting, when the signal comes to sell, we will close the futures first and then close the option second, so that you get the margin benefit which are provided by the exchanges and the brokers. Yeah, in case if you are using a specific symbol, also not an issue. You can either use a dynamic symbol or whichever option you want to buy. You can specify that. Suppose you want to say take a trade in long trade in the future, and you want to hedge it with a say 25,400 PE. So you can specify in our platform saying that buy the 24,400 PE first, and then take the long trade in the future. And while exiting, the future will get executed first, and then the 24,400 PE will be closed after that. I suppose that is what you were looking at, sir. There's a query. Yeah. So it need not be dynamic to be selected. It can be a specific symbol that you can say what has to be bought as a hedge for any trade that you're going to do. Is that clear, sir? Am I? Was that your query? Is your query answered, sir? Yeah, we will be doing the setup in two parts. First part is where we describe or define what are the legs to be executed whenever there's a signal coming in. That is a one-time activity. And then we do a setup in the trading view, or it can be any charting platform. So when the signal comes for a buy, so we will look at what needs to be executed, which legs needs to be executed, how many legs are there, which priority you have given. Based on that, we will go ahead and place the orders. Hope I've answered your query, sir. If you could confirm, fine. Otherwise, I can try and explain that again. Mr. Gopi, could you also use Q&A box to raise your query? Mr. Dorai, is your query answered, sir? You can vary the quantity also. Yes, not an issue. Yeah, suppose you're taking, say, 10 lots of futures and you want to hedge it with, say, 5 lots of options for hedging. That's also possible. You can vary the quantity. So we will look at one or two examples when we get into the actual demo of the platform and create these legs and see how they get executed. Yes. Right. So moving forward on the presentation. So we provide whatever sample codes are required. So as I was mentioning, one need not have to get into any codes or modifications of your strategy codes or indicators or studies to automate the trades. All you have to do is copy paste a couple of things and it will be ready for execution purpose. We will look at some live examples today. Then we have tried to keep this platform as simple and as user-friendly as possible so that users can focus on their strategies and building portfolios rather than looking at or being concerned with the execution of the segments as such. Yes, it will give you a lot of time to manage your trades in a much better manner. Looking at some of the key features, traders or investors can define what is that you want to trade. Whether you can define before as to whether you want to trade in cash markets or you want to trade in futures or in options, or it could be MCX. It is completely left to the users as to what is that you want to trade. And if you want to trade in multiple segments, that's also possible. You want to trade in Nifty, Bank X, mid cap, gold, any of these trading instruments that are available for the purpose of trading and investing. You can use our platform as such. Currently, we are limited to the Indian markets and exchanges. We don't have any solutions for crypto markets or even forex, so it can be used only for the purpose of trading in the um, context of Indian stocks and stock exchanges as such. Now, as I was mentioning, you can trade in equities or futures or options. Extremely sorry, I have a bit of a sore throat, so my voice might not be very clear. In case if it is too bad, let me know. I will try and rephrase my answers or presentations. Yeah, you can trade in dynamic options, or you can trade in static options also. Suppose you want to trade in a particular CE and PE for a day, you can fix that CE and PE and then keep trading whenever the signals come. Whenever those signals come, the uh, option legs that you would have chosen will get traded as such. Yeah, we will look at some samples while we creating strategy group. So let me know when we get into the uh, group, how to create a group and handle it. So I will try and guide you as per your requirements as such. So it can be, or if you are looking at dynamic strike selection, so whenever there is a signal coming in, we will look at what is the spot price at that point in time. And if you have selected ATM or OTM, up to 20 strikes we support. So the strike that you would have selected based on the spot price of any of the instrument, it could be stocks, it could be index, we will place the orders or send the signals to the broker for placement of orders. So this platform can help you not only in terms of buying. If you want to write options, that's also possible. You can hedge your main trades either by buying an option or even by selling an option. So hedging is also possible through a platform. If the quantities are large, we will take care of the order splitting. So we will place multiple orders to fulfill the entire quantity that you're trying to trade as. Now, in terms of risk management, we have quite a lot of options available for the users. You can set targets, stop loss, and even trailing stop loss. Now, when it comes to target and stop loss or trailing stop loss, we give you a choice either to set in terms of percentage of the instrument that you're trading, or it could be in terms of points also, or it can be in terms of M2M also. You can say that, okay, if my M2M for the day is 10,000 rupees, I want the trade to be closed. Or if my loss comes to 5,000 rupees, my trade needs to be closed. So you can set it based on even M10. Yeah. Now, yeah, we will look at how to do a square off when you're doing a group strategy as such. I'll show you some examples also today. Uh, So even in terms of trailing stop loss, so you can set it in terms of percentage, points, or even M10. Now, as a trader, you can set the time during which you want to do the trades. Some people would like to trade only in the first 1.5 hours when the volatility is very high, or some people would not like to trade in the morning 1 hour or towards the end of the day. So you can say that, okay, I don't want any signals to be processed during a particular day, time of the day. So you can set those also. Or if you're a trader, would like to take all the signals coming in from the charts of yours, you can leave it at the default value. So whenever the signals come in, it could be from the start of the day till the end of the day, even the MCX timings also. So it can go on till 11:30 also in the night. So whenever signals are coming in, those will be processed and the orders will be sent to your respective brokers. We have provided the paper trading facility for all users. Up to 6 strategies or instruments can be checked for paper trading. Kindly note, paper trading is more a facility provided for you to check how the platform is working or is going to work. Uh, and in case if you find that okay, all the orders are going as per your expectation, then only go in for paper trade. Now, it is sorry, live trade. It is not a recommended solution for doing your forward testing or back testing kind of studies because a platform is not meant to handle back testing or forward testing kind of studies. So for backtesting or forward testing, you need to have data for the past 3 to 5 years time, or some people do it even for 10 years kind of timeline. So we don't have such facilities where you can get data of the historical data of the past 10 years and do a backtesting in our system as such. It is only to check if the orders are going as per your requirements whenever the signals are coming in. To test those parameters, the paper trade is facility is enabled in a platform so that you don't end up losing money if the trades are not going as per your expectations. So we always recommend that you do the paper trades for for a couple of days, and once you see that the orders are going as per your requirements, then go in for live trade. So for example, if you're a options trader, you would like the option to be bought first and the futures to be sold second and the reverse has to happen. So do all those settings and take some signals and check how the order flow is happening when the signals coming in. How is it getting processed? Is it in the right sequence of your expectations? Is it getting squared off as per your expectations? Is the right CE or PE or the strike prices are getting placed as per the studies that you would have? So do all those testing for a couple of days and then move into live trade. So we give 7 days trial. So try it out for 7 days, 7 days without any platform cost, and uh, do the paper trades. And things if things are going fine, then shift over to the live trades as well. Now, you have flexibility to set rollovers also. Suppose you're a trader with weekly or monthly options or futures. You would like to do the rollover, say, couple of days before the expiry to take care of the margin kind of requirements or liquidity kind of requirements. So you can set in a platform, say you want to roll over 5 days prior to the expiry. Then we will look at if there are any open positions and close the open position and place the orders for you. Uh, place the order for the next month as such. Yes. Now, let me. Yes, I'm a trader. I do trading for myself as such. I've been in the. I've been associated with the trading investment activity for almost 10 years now. But I'm not, I do it for my own self as such. I don't recommend because I'm not qualified to recommend any strategies or trades for others. So I'm basically doing it for myself only. So sorry, on that front, I'll not be able to recommend any strategies or things to or entry and exits or which stocks to buy, which what to trade, not be able to recommend on that front as such. Looking at some more features, you can also, as a default trader, if you would like to limit the number of trades that you want to take in a day, so you can set the number of limits, saying that I don't want to take more than 5 trades in a day. So if there are more trades coming in from your strategy, our platform will stop it for you. It's another form of risk management so that you don't end up um, unnecessarily losing out on the profits that you would have made, or don't do excessive trading as such, thereby spending a lot of money in terms of taxes and payouts that would happen. So we would our endeavor is to help you out in terms of maximizing your profits and minimizing your losses as much as possible. So we take a lot of feedbacks from the traders and investors and try and build systems which could help them in terms of gaining more profits and trying to minimize losses and to make the entire trading and investment journey as simple as possible. So once you start using our platform, you need not be sitting in front of a system and waiting for the orders to be placed. The system will take care of it for you. It is a one-time setup that you need to do in terms of Algomojo, what you want to trade, and the signal or the alert generation and trading view. After you do that as a one-time activity, you can close your system, or if your internet is down or you have some priority work to be done, you need not be sitting in front of your systems. The platform will take care of placing the orders or closing the orders for you. So we have tried to keep the system as user friendly as possible. We keep taking feedbacks from the users, and we try and keep building features or facilities that could help traders and investors as such. Now, we will look at some how to create multi-leg strategies and then execute based on a single order. There are a couple of um, participants who'd like to look at how to do group or multi-leg order executions. We will have a look at that today. You can get notifications on Telegram app whenever there's a signal coming in or for buy or a sell, or when the orders get executed, you will get a notification also. Now, the segments that you can create would include cash segments, intraday and delivery. Intraday, you can do both buying and selling. Delivery has to be buying only. And in case if there's a sell order coming in, if the holding is available, then the order will get executed to sell the holding stock. Otherwise, it will get ignored as such. Delivery, as you are aware, you can't take a short position. Then you can trade in futures. It could be NSE, BSE, even commodities, and options also. It can be static or dynamic. Any of these segments, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex, BankX, etc. Now we have integrated 27, 28 brokers. The latest edition has been Zerodha. Now Zerodha has got one of the largest user bases also. We didn't have a tie-up with Zerodha. The API integration was done, but we did not have a tie-up with Zerodha for providing a free platform usage. Currently, we have got into that agreement with Zerodha. So if you open an account using Algomojo as a platform referral, then you can get APIs for trading in Zerodha also free of cost for life. And as you might be aware, Zerodha also used to charge 2,000 rupees as API charges per month earlier. They have made it zero, except for if you want to get live data feed or something, then you will need to pay 500 rupees subscription. Otherwise, for normal API order placements, you can use their APIs without any additional cost. And in case you already have an account, then you have to go in for subscription with us. Otherwise, open a new account in Zerodha and get our APIs also free for life. So there'll be absolutely no charges for you in terms of our platform or APIs from Zerodha. Only the brokerage and other levies that are applicable will be the charges for you. Now, not only Zerodha, if you open account with any of these other brokers in the list, LS Blue, Dun, First Stock, Fires, Goodwill, Upstock, or Zebu, using our referral, I'll show you also how to do that. You get APIs free of cost for life. So kindly make use of this facility so that you save on cost of APIs. Now, the automation process happens in two steps. First step is how do we define in the platform what is that we want to trade, and second step is to do the process in your charting tool. It could be TradingView or Amibroker. So we will look at the platform first and then get into how to do the setup as such. Yes. Any queries? Kindly use the Q&A box to type out your queries. So this is website algomojo.com. Now, if you want to open a new account, use this button called open an account, and so that you are using Algomojo as a referral, and you can get APIs free for life with any of these 8 brokers. Yeah. listed here. So once you enter the name and email ID and the phone number and select the broker, it'll take you to the broker's web page and help you in terms of doing the process of account opening. Once you have an account opened through any of these brokers, the APIs of Algomojo will be made free for you as such. So once you have an account, or if you already have an account, all you have to do is come here, use this login button to get into your broker account. Select your broker from the drop down. For today's demo, we'll use TradeGenie. All you have to do is use the same credentials which the broker would have given. Enter the user ID, password, and the authentication process, either OTP or TOTP. Let me end up with the TOTP. Yeah, it's the same simple process of how you log into a broker using their credentials. The same thing needs to be used. After that, the user interface for all the brokers is the same. You'll get a dashboard where you'll be able to see details from your broker, like in terms of what is your funds and what are the holdings and their values. Then on the right side top, you'll see this is the dashboard that you're looking at. Then what are the orders placed for the day and trades taken for the day? What are the positions open? All that can be seen from one place here itself. This could include your manual orders. It could include your automated orders also. So this is nothing but a summary or details as in your broker terminal, not the algo orders placed from Algomojo as such. It would have a combination of both manual and algo orders. Whereas there is a position book here on the left side under my signals that will have the positions of trades taken using Algomojo as a platform as such. Now, once you log in here, you'll see a lot of tabs on the left side. Go to the top of the first tab and click on this My API. First time it will ask you to generate the API. So this is Algomojo API, not the broker APIs. So once you generate the API, it will show you the validity. If you're doing it for the first time, it will give you 7 days trial. Now, if you have opened a new account with any of those 7, 8 brokers, then it will be enabled for life also. It will start with a 7 days trial, and after that, it will get extended to life. So lifetime free as such. So these APIs are a must for you to do the automation. Once you get these APIs, the next step is to define what is that you want to trade. Any queries so far? Please let me know using the Q&A box. Please type out your queries. Let me try and show them. Yeah. So next step is to go to a tab called My Strategies. This is where we define what is that we want to trade. So we call it as strategies that we try. So any old strategies that you would have created would still be available. Let me try and remove some of them. We clear these things. Okay, since it is published, it is. Yeah, so you will see a page something like this. You need to build a new strategy for what you want to trade. Like give it a name, like it can be something like, let's look at how do we do a nifty future trade, and along with that hedge it with a option buying. So let's look at two legs. One is for futures trade and the other one is for trading in options, hedging it with options. We'll create the first stage. So first leg. So the rule that there are 5 rules. So I'll try and explain these rules when we get into the actual chart usage. This is very, very critical step. You need to understand what is the kind of rule that needs to be used. For first demo, we'll be using super trend. For super trend kind of strategies, you will need to use a rule called stop and reverse. Why? I'll explain when we get into the chart. It becomes easier to understand also. Then we will say what is the segment that we want to trade in. We will say futures and option. Then we'll select the symbol. You can say Nifty and select it from the drop down. The order can be NRMN or MIS. And price is always market. We don't have limit orders yet. Then you can say how many lots you want to trade. For example, if you say 50 lots, it'll show you the quantity also 3750, and the quantity will split in multiples of 1800 because that's the freeze limit. So we will split the order and send it for you whenever the signal comes for placement of order. So now these are the basic things that you need to update. Apart from that, if there are a lot of other optional things that need not be set in case you don't want any changes. One is the time that you want to start trading from and end trading from. You can set the start time and the end time also. And if you are doing an intraday trade, whether what time do you want to square off, whether you want to do it at 3:15 or 2:45 or 2:55, you can do those kind of settings here. Then on expiry day or whenever you want the expiry to happen, you can set the time and date. If you want to roll over, those options can be updated here. And also, if you don't want to take, say, more than 5 trades in a day, you can say that, okay, 5 signals per day maximum. So it will give you 5 trades in a day. After that, it will switch it off. And any new signals coming in, it will not get processed. So you can set these other optional parameters if required. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. Then the other section would relate to your risk management in terms of your targets and stop loss and trailing stop loss, those kind of settings. In case if your strategy is already taking care of it, you need not have to worry about updating any of these parameters. So let us start with and look how do we trade in Nifty future and Nifty option when we do get a signal from say trading view. So once we update these details, we do a submit. Whatever you're wanting to trade, it'll get saved. Any queries on this so far? Let me know. Okay, so this is, we have created the first leg for futures. Another leg we'll create for taking a hedge in the option whenever this future is getting traded. So we'll create another leg called hedge. We'll call it hedge buying. We'll say hedge buying. Okay. Rule, we'll keep it as similar. Segment, we will say that dynamic symbol. Or if somebody is asking, can I put a static symbol? You can do that also. You can say that, okay, you want to trade in Nifty, for example, 24,500 CE for the day, entire day. So any trade coming in, it will get only this signal will be taken and it will be traded. Now let us look at how do we do a hedging with a dynamic symbol selection. So we will select dynamic symbol here, and in terms of instrument, I'll say Nifty, and expiry, I'll take the current month expiry. I'll say ITM 2 is the option that I want to sell whenever there's a signal coming in. Instead of buying, I will say hedge buying. So when there's a buy signal coming in, it will take a PE as such. So I wanted to take a ITM 2 PE. So that's why we'll say hedge buying. And the quantity, we will keep it same 50 quantity. So same 3750 as the quantity or 50 lots. That's all. These are some of the details we updated, and then we do a submit. So we have created 2 legs, as you can see. The first leg is for trading in futures, and second leg is to hedge it with an option whenever signal is coming in. So once these 2 are created, we'll need to create a group of them. That we do it by going into something called we'll need to do it under a tab called My Group, Strategy Group. Go here and add a group. So to this group, we'll add those 2 legs. So we will add this hedge buying strategy, and the other one is hedge Nifty future strategy. So as you can see, these 2 are here in terms of this is the option. When an entry is happening, I want the option to be bought. So I'll give the priority as 1. Give this priority as 1. So this will be bought first, and for futures buying, I'll give the priority as 2. So, and for exiting, I'll say that, okay, exit the futures first and then the option. so that you get the margin benefit of the broker or the exchange as such. So this is where you set how the sequence of order flow that needs to happen whenever you're getting a signal, right? Somebody had a query as to how do I place the hedge first and then the futures next as such. So this is where you do the setting, and after that we'll give a name. We'll say Nifty hedge demo, okay, and do a submit. So this gets saved, as you can see here. Come back here. So by default, it will be set to inactive state. You will need to activate it for paper trade or live trade. So let us try and do a paper trade. So we will generate a manual signal and see how the entire thing works. Okay, you can do that from here. You can say that, okay, when I get a buy signal, I want to go long in futures and hedge it with a P future option of ITM2. So let us send this buy signal and see what happens to that order. So this order has got executed for paper trade. As you can see, the order has been generated for buy, and these are the orders received, and these are the orders placed, futures and for PE, right? And portion would be this. So you have futures long and hedged with PE 24,450. As you can see here, the order sequence is the first order is 509663 for buy, and next one is 9664 for futures. So this gets executed, and after that, the futures will get executed. In terms of orders, also, as you can see here, so here you can see that these orders executed first, and then the futures are getting executed. Any clarity? Somebody wanted to know how do we place these orders, right? Now you have placed these orders and you are able to see these in the open position place. So you'll be able to see under my group signals the positions. So somebody was asking that one of the leg has gone into profit and you'd like to square off the position or the entire trade as such. The method of doing that is either you come here and do a square off of whichever leg you want to close, or you can do is if you want to close both the legs, you have to go here and say square off. So whenever you do this, all the legs will be squared off. You can see here, square off has been triggered and signal has been sent for square off. Orders have been placed and positions have become 0. Right? Now, if you had a single leg to be closed, you can do that also. Suppose you feel that, okay, future has gone into loss, but you want the option to continue. So all you have to do is, suppose, let me put the quantity back here. Suppose the future is getting into loss and you want to close this and you want the PE to continue because it is still in profit. All you have to do is go and do a square off from here. Always do the square off from here and not from your broker terminal, whether it is during live trade. Paper trade, of course, you need to do it from here only because it will not be visible under your broker terminal. You have to square off from here. So once you do a square off, the quantities become 0. Or if your PE is running, it will continue to keep running. So individual legs you can square off from here, or if you want both the legs to be squared off together, you can go to my groups and use this button called square off. So all the legs open under that strategy will get closed. Clear? Any doubt? Somebody had a query on this, so I'm trying to explain this. So this is what we saw using a manual order placement. Suppose the same buy is coming from TradingView, it will work in a similar fashion, or Amibroker or charting, any place, any of the tools that you're trying to send a signal from buy or sell, it will work in the same fashion as such. Any queries, any doubts so far? Anybody? Please use the Q&A box in case you want to ask any questions. Yeah. Now, we have created 2 legs and grouped them under our group strategy, right, for futures and options. Let us try and see how we trigger the orders from TradingView for executing both the legs, right? So first step is what we define in Algomojo. Second step is to get into TradingView and do the setup, right? So for TradingView usage, you will need to have a subscription of the TradingView. you'll need the subscription from TradingView because the free version doesn't support the webhook URL. You'll need the basic essential plan at least to begin with. And once you have the subscription, you can start the process. The process is pretty simple. First, you select the instrument that you want to trade. Let us look at Bitcoin today. Those markets are open and we should be able to get some live signals. So yeah, the market is open. And once you select the instrument, select the time frame in which you want to trade. Let's select the 1 minute time frame. After you select the instrument and the time frame, load your strategy. So we'll be using super trend. So let us, I've already loaded that and let me enable that. So it can be any strategy that you would have. So any strategy that you would like to automate, just load that strategy here, and you will be able to see the as per your strategy or as per your code, the buy it sell signals as such, right? So first load the instrument and then the time frame in which you want to take the trade, and then the strategy has to be updated. After that, you have to create an alert. Now, before getting into creating an alert, you want to spend a bit of time in terms of understanding how this works in terms of rules as such. As I was mentioning, there are 5 types of rules in our platform. It is very important to understand these rules. Mm, Now, the 5 rules are long only, short only, long plus short, buy sell, long plus short, buy sell, short cover, and fourth, the last one is the stop and reverse, which is buy sell, short and cover. Now, strategies like super trend, which many of you would have used, uh, would work in this fashion. It is always in trade, either long or short. So, for such kind of strategies, it can be any strategy, but similar in action. It is always in trade. You have to use a rule called stop and reverse. What happens is when a long signal is generated, it will take a long trade, and when this reverse comes, it will close the long trade and take the reverse trade. That is, it will stop the long trade and take this reverse trade, which is the short trade. So that is why you have the stop and reverse kind of rule name given. So these are strategies, or there are, you'll find various strategies which are similar in nature, always in trade, that either long or short. In such cases, use stop and reverse. Now you will have cases or strategies which are not always in trade. For example, it will take a long trade here, and maybe a target is achieved and the portion gets closed, and there'll be no trade for some time, and maybe another buy will come, and again the portion will get closed, and there'll be no trade for some time. So those are intermittently in trade, not continuously in trade, intermittently in trade, either long or short. So for such kind of strategies, you will need to use a rule called long plus short, buy, sell, short, buy, sell. Normally for trading view environment, buy, sell is sufficient. If your chart is sending an action like short and cover, if the code is written in such a manner that it also sends short and cover, then you have to use short and cover. But trading view, what we have seen is that 99% of the codes send only buy and sell. Though they might show on the chart short, but action that they would be sending is only sell. So that is why use buy sell, long plus short buy sell as the rule. So that is one part. So, the other rules are long only or short only, right? So now if you are a trader, you feel that okay, now the market is going to trend from Monday, and you want to take only the long trades and you don't want to take any short trades. So then select the rule called long only, long only. What happens is whenever there's a buy signal coming in, it will take a long, either in futures or in call. It will take a CE. And when a sell comes, it will close the future or the CE taken and not take the reverse trade. It will not short the position or it will not take a PE. So it will keep waiting for buy signals to come. So whenever buy signals are coming in, it will take the long trade either in futures or in options. And when a sell comes, it will close those positions. The reverse of that is the short only. That is, if you want to take only short trades and not take long positions at all, then use short only. So whenever there's a short coming, sell coming in, it will take a short position and then when a buy comes, it will close the short position and not take the long position. So you have long only for looking at or trading only long signals, or short only take for taking only short signals. Long plus short allows you to take both long and short. Stop and reverse would act in a manner that it will take a wrong position, and when a reversal comes, it will close the long and take a reverse position. Suppose if it has taken CE, it will close the CE when the sell comes and take a PE simultaneously. So those kind of situations, use stop and reverse. Hope that is clear. In case if there's any confusion, queries, please let me know in the Q&A box. I will try and answer them again. So after these steps of selecting your instrument and time frame and the strategy, the next step is to add the alert. Go to this strategy, whichever you would have loaded, in this case, Supertrend, click on this more button and select this add alert button. It will open a pop-up box. All you have to do is go to this message box, and by default, whatever is there, remove that. Let me see. Whatever is the default values in that message box, remove that. Go to Algomojo and go to the strategy that you would have created. Now, in this case, we are trying to take two legs in a based on a single signal. So what we'll do is we'll go to the group strategies, my group as such, and under this, what we have created, we go to this content, strategy content, copy this and paste it here and give it a name. So we'll say that NF hedge. Right? And go to notification, whatever the default value in the webhook URL, remove that and copy this group webhook URL. You can see what is the group or not. The group will always have this, when you come to this place, it will have this G and a number. So copy this code and paste it here. Right? So one is message content to be updated. We give you that, what is to be pasted there, and the webhook URL. Give it a name and create it. That's it. Once you create it, it will be shown here. As you can see, it is here. So that's it. There's nothing else to be done in terms of doing a setup in TradingView. So it will wait, the alert will wait for the sell signal to come in. And whenever the sell signal comes in, the order will be executed. Now, since any queries so far, let me know. Since the trade is already running on a long side, we will try and take this position in the long side in our strategy that we just created. Right. So there are no open positions. As you can see, the positions have become 0. We will go here under my group and take a long signal manually. Always do it from here if you want to do it manually. So now you can see that the positions are running. SPE is running and the future is running of 50 lots each. Idea is you have seen that, okay, signal has already come and you want to enter this trade. And after that, you want the system to manage the next signals which come in. So if TradingView gives a short signal, you want that to be processed, and whatever portion that you have taken has to be closed and the reverse portion has to be taken. So you have taken that entry manually. After that, you're leaving it to the system to handle it. Clear? Any confusion in that? Or if you don't want to do that, you need not have to take that position manually. You leave it to the system. So whenever there's a sell coming in, it will take the short position and Nifty futures and hedge it with a CE. So if you are waiting for the next signal as such, that is all is the requirement to do your automation. So you can bring in any strategy, and as long as it has got a facility to add alert, you will be able to automate it. It can be super trend, it can be UT bot, anything, any strategy, as long as it is. Yeah, in case if you want to set futures, if it has got 5,000 rupees loss, what you can do is you can do that set in Algomojo. Here, individual legs that you created, sorry. Under my strategies, if you look at futures, Yeah. If you have kept stop loss based on M to M and say that the value is say 5,000 rupees, stop loss value is uh, 5,000 rupees. That's it. And then update this. So both the legs are running. Entry has been taken based on the signal which is coming in from here. Now, in case the future has gone into 5,000 rupees loss, that leg will get squared off, and your PE will continue to keep running. Combined profit and loss as of now is not available. So you can't look at both the legs and look at what is the profit done by both the legs or what is the loss done by both the legs and then square off the portion accordingly. That is not possible. But individual leg, you can do it now. We are working on a new model where you will have such kind of facility also, where we can look at both the legs, or if there are multiple legs, what is the combined profit or loss of all the legs put together. And if it is hitting a certain level of profit, you can close all the legs, or if it is hitting a certain level of loss, you can close all the legs. So that is expected to be launched shortly, maybe a couple of weeks down the line. Right? Any queries on this? So all you have to do is have a good strategy which you would have backtested and you would like to trade them whenever there's a signal coming in. The process is very simple, whether you're trading in Nifty, Bank Nifty, whether it is Reliance, HDFC, any stock, anything, any instrument that you're trying to trade. The process of setting up is similar. All you have to do is select the instrument first, then the time frame, load your strategy, and create an alert. As long as it is a strategy, only two things need to be updated. One is the message box content, and the other one is the web URL. Now, both these details are given by us. All you have to do is copy and paste it. We don't get into what is there inside the code, any modification to be done in that code, nothing of that sort. It is a simple process. Copy paste of two things. One is the message box content, second is the book URL. You do update both these things and create your alert. And after that, the system can take care of it for you. Yeah, trailing is similar. Like if you want to do a stop loss trailing, all you have to do is, for example, here you want to trail based on, suppose you're given a stop loss, M2M based trailing stop loss. Okay, you can say that my I don't want to lose more than 2,000 rupees. Okay, and if the trade keeps going, or in this case, it's a hedge. If the trade keeps going against me, the PE is going to increase. So whenever this value is going to get increased, what I want to do is for every 500 rupees increase in the profit what I've earned, I want the trading to be increased by 100 rupees. Suppose you have made a profit of 5,000 rupees, it has become and your stop loss was at 2,000 rupees. Suppose it has become 5,500, then the stop loss will become 2,100. So it will keep trailing, and once your level gets hit, it can get closed for you. So this is how you would define in terms of how you want to move this trailing, or how you want to trail the stop losses. So for one, you can keep a fixed stop loss. The other one, you can trail it based on M2M percentage or profit or points and such. So whenever those legs are getting triggered, the portion can get closed. Only thing that could happen is that suppose your future option has got closed, or has hit a stop, but you don't have any funds, or funds are less in your account, then the broker may not allow you to close your option leg first. It will get rejected, saying that there's not much funds available, insufficient funds, saying they will reject the order. If you have sufficient funds, then your option leg can get closed and the futures can keep running. Or if the trade is going against you, you incurred a loss in futures and it has hit your limit of 5,000 rupees of loss, then that can get closed and the option can keep running. Not an issue. So the overall end-time profit of all the open positions put together is under development. Shortly, we should be rolling out that model. Sir. Suppose you're trading in, say, five things: Bank Nifty, Nifty, futures, options, various combinations, and you said, say, 25,000 rupees is the profit that I need from all these put together, and I have a combined stop loss of, say, 5,000 rupees. Whichever hit gets first, all positions will get closed. We are working on that model. It's under beta testing. Should be able to roll out in September early. Looks like, yes, or mid September maximum. Right. So we were looking at how to handle any strategy that you would bring in, which has this buy sell kind of triggers. Using these simple steps provided by Algomojo, you can automate it. No complication involved. As long as your strategy is giving buy sell signal and has this facility to add alert, you can place orders whenever they generated. Now, advantage being that you have created this alert, and there's a facility that can keep running. As you are aware, TradingView is running on the cloud. It's a one-time setup that you need to do. So you can close your browser and uh, close the TradingView, and also in Algomojo, you have created these strategies uh, and made them trade or live trade, whatever you're trying to do. And you can close your system also. If there's internet down or power has failed or your laptop has got issues, not a problem at all. So, as long as you don't log out, don't use this button called log out for closing from Algomojo. As long as you're logged in the morning and enabled for trade, either live or paper, whenever signals are coming from TradingView, it'll keep getting processed. You can switch off your system, switch off, close the browser, also minimize the browser, or close the browser, um, or shut down your computer. You can walk out of your place. The system will keep running at the back end for you. So whenever TradingView sends a signal, it will get processed. So the next signal that we are looking at is for a sell to come in. So we have taken a long in futures and hedged it with a PE. So when a short comes, it will close the long position and take the short position in futures and hedge it with a CE. So it will close the PE also. So that is how it can work. Any queries, any clarifications on how to do the setups? Feel free to ask any query, anything that you want to see in the trading view. Let me know. We'll try and use that and see how we can, what are the steps to be followed to automate. Yeah, you can use the Q in the box to type out the query. And another interesting thing a lot of people use is trend line. For example, we can take this 10-minute time. Um, Suppose you want to use a trend line for breakout or breakdown of your price as such. You can draw a trend line. Right. Now, so you can draw your studies. It can be trend line. It could be any kind of other drawings. And if you want to take a trade, you want to trade, yeah. If you want to get a trade, if the price breaks down this trend line, you want to take a short entry. That can also be done. Or if you want the long entry to be taken when the price breaks out of this trend line that you have put in, or it could be any drawing, you can still do that also. So once you have this, for example, let's say that if the price breaks down this trend line, all you have to do is click on this trend line and say add alert on the trend line, and say if the price is crossing down this trend line and if the bar closes below the trend line, you would like a short entry to be taken. For that, we go and in the message box, we use this content. This content called sell and paste it here. And given name, we can say that TL short entry and webhook URL again use the same webhook URL of the group. Copy this. I'm sorry. And paste it here. And that's it. So if the price, you can see the alert is created. If the price breaks down below this level, it will take a short entry. If you want, if the price breaks out above this line, if you want a long entry to be taken, all you have to do is create one more alert. Uh, Good facility about trading views. It will allow you to clone whatever you have done. Sorry, for trend lines, they don't allow to cloning facility. So you need to create one more alert. Best method is add alert. Here we'll see crossing up. If the price crosses above this trend line and closes above that, and in the message box, we'll put this content of buy and we'll say that trend line long. So here we are saying that crossing up the price, trend line, and webhook URL can be the same, or whichever instrument that you're trading, use that webhook URL and say create. So you have a long and a short triggers alert created. So whenever the price breaks down or breaks out, the order will get triggered as such. And all these are one-time setups. You need not have to worry about placing these or creating this every day or enabling them every day or trying to manage them every day. You do the setups and it is available for you always in trading. Suppose you don't want to trade on a particular day, all you have to do is say pause. It will stop. The strategy will stop for you. So no signals will be processed when the order is come and the signal is getting generated. Whenever you want to start, you can again restart them. So, and if you want to move them up and down, you can do that also. You can say that, okay, instead of here, I want to broaden it further, something like this. So you can wait. So whenever these levels are getting broken, either on the upside or on the downside, the orders will be, signals will be triggered and the action will be sent to buy or sell. As simple as that. So all these are available, excellent tools available in TradingView, and we have created a very simple and easy to understand process of generating or automating those strategies or drawings which are available. Any queries on this? So while we are still waiting for any signal to get generated on the super trend or on the trend line breakout or breakdown, somebody is also wanting to know how do we use TradingView. TradingView is even simple. Sorry, Amibroker. Uh, if you have experience in Amibroker, it's an excellent tool for. Of course, it's not mm, not suggested for very beginners, but if you have been using Amibroker for 3 to 6 months time, then it becomes pretty simple to use. All you have to have is Amibroker, any version greater than say 6 as such, and then you need to have a good strategy. If you have a good strategy which is giving buy sell signals, you'll be able to automate it. Let me try and load in strategy here. Now, this is a proprietary strategy that we have. Um, As you can see, this is similar to your super trend, except that in the sense it is always in trade, either long or short. So the rule to be used is same stop and reverse. And the process is that once you have your strategy loaded, you have to download a certain module, or if you already have a module, the first step is the same thing what we created here. See, for example, go to my strategies, and we created this to trade in Nifty futures. Let me try and handle it for a bank Nifty as such. And see how do we do it for bank Nifty, right? So we will do a clone of this and edit this and say give a name bank Nifty stop and reverse, and instead of Nifty we will say bank Nifty. August, and we'll say one lot I want to trade. Nothing else to be done. I will just say an update. Copy this webbook URL. Before that, as you can see here on the right side, you have this Amibroker, trading view, all that. Go to Amibroker, and under that there are codes given. Go to stop and reversal code. Copy this. Come to Amibroker. Right click on the code of the strategy that you have. You can store it as an AFL also. Let me do that. I already stored it as an AFL. So let me try and drag and drop that. That's it. Yeah. I've done a drag and drop, and it will show me a module which will have this webbook URL to be updated. I'll paste that webbook URL here. It does not copy it properly. Let me copy this webbook URL here, and sorry, paste it here, and say OK. Enable algo trade. Say OK. Now, since the markets are closed, we will not be able to use. Just let me do a bar replay and show you. Yeah, and run it as a smaller time frame. Yeah, on 6, there seems to be quite a few signals on this side. Let me try and see one time frame. Yeah, let us do a bar replay from 6. So whenever there's a signal that gets generated from here, we will be able to see the order getting placed also. We should be able to get a signal now.
Signal generated.
As you can see, now the signal, sorry, it is giving an error saying that we have not enabled the paper trade. We try and stop it here. And enable this for paper trade. And run this again.
Signal generated.
As you can see, the signal has got triggered, and you can see that. Let us see what has happened to this order. Bank Nifty. So these are the orders which have come in. It has generated a short signal, 35 quantity, and it is running a short. And now when a buy comes, they will get reversed, and then a long portion will be taken. Let's wait for that. So it is a simple process. You have to download the module and update the webhook URL. You go to parameters and right click, and here you have the webhook URL to be pasted. Paste it here and enable it for the trade. So it is just one copy paste for Amibroker. Any queries on how to do it for how to use in Amibroker? You can bring in any strategy in Amibroker as long as it is giving buy, sell, short, cover signals. You will be able to automate. All you have to do is first, of course, you'll need to install the bridge. It's a simple plug and play kind of bridge installation. Then install the module based on the kind of strategy that you're running, whether it is long only or short only or stop and reverse kind of strategy module, depending on the way your strategy is structured. Select the appropriate rule and the module, and then drag and drop that module on your ASL and copy paste the webhook URL and enable for starting the trade. That's it.
Signal generated.
As you can see, long has been generated. Let's look at what has happened to that order. So cover and buy has come. So buy has been placed. Now the long portion is running. If you want to use Algomojo for 1 week, so take the trial on Monday morning or log in and do the process on Monday morning. You'll get it for 1 full week, sir. If you start from today and tomorrow also gets counted. So you'll get 7 days trial. Best is to use the free stuff that we provide. Open an account using Algomojo, and then you get lifetime free.
Signal generated.
So our sellers come. So it will keep
Signal
running.
generated.
Again, a buyers come. So it can keep running automatically for you. You can see all those orders here. Buy, sell, short cover keeps coming. And orders keep getting placed without any intervention. You can keep running Amibroker. As long as Amibroker is sending the signals, it will get processed. In case if any order is getting rejected, you will be able to make out from the that place itself. Here it is saying that please enable live or paper trade. So the reason why it got rejected was this. Now, if you are doing a live trade and there are no funds, it has got rejected. It will tell you also due to funds it has got rejected. Or if the symbol is not correct, something is wrong. It will you will be able to make out from here itself what was the issue. So Amibroker is even more simple. All you have to do is download the module and update the webhook
Signal
URL
generated.
It can keep running for you. You need to have a good strategy, good data feed, and that's it. Do the bridge installation once and use the necessary module, long or short, stop reverse kind of module, and then all you have to do is every day in the morning come and open your strategy and keep it running. Whenever a signal is coming for whichever instrument that you are trying to trade, the orders can get placed. Any queries? Anything so far? This is still running. So Bitcoin has been very stable today. It's not moving much. Not able to see much. Sorry. Yeah, I think we have got a couple of signals. As you can see here, there's a sell which has come, and there's one more buy which has come. So let us look at these signals. What has happened? We had taken a long position. So a group is what we had integrated. So you can see that Nifty hedge You got a buy. We have taken this signal manually for a buy, then a sell has come, then a buy has come, and the orders are getting generated and executed in your terminal. Here, since this is paper trade, um, it will be in Algomojo only. If it was live trade, it would have got executed in your broker's account. Currently long and a P, it is hedged with P. See, data feed from broker API, it's not easy to handle. Sir. If you're well versed with API and getting integrated with Amibroker and getting data feed live into Amibroker, nothing like it. You can continue to use it, but otherwise, would always suggest that look at a good data provider. Don't compromise
Signal
on that,
generated.
because ultimately what happens is it is the cost of running that you can recover it in one trade kind of thing. But don't compromise on that. If it doesn't come late, if it is not proper, or if it is inaccurate or there's delay, then you lose out on that. And if you're a programmer and if you can manage API data feed kind of thing, and you're able to integrate and pull that data into Amibroker, yes, then you should try it. But otherwise, it's not a simple thing to handle. So I tried, but of course, I did not give so much attention to it. Maybe it is easy to use. I am not sure, but I've taken a subscription for data feed. I haven't ventured into getting it from the broker and integrating with Amibroker so far. Maybe I could try. I have not done that yet. If you're trading in Nifty, Bank Nifty kind of thing, good data feeds, good. The cost per month should be around 2,500, 3,000 rupees, which is pretty easy to recover in terms of if you're running a good strategy as such. I always suggest that see, trading is like any other business. If you're doing it for your own or for anybody as such, for that matter. So when you're running a business, the important investment for anybody is that one is your knowledge, acquiring that right knowledge of trading, and second is the infrastructure. In terms of infrastructure, it will be laptop plus your software. Software here in this case would be Amibroker, and if you it can run on a free version also. Otherwise, the standard edition should be about $250, $300 one-time investment, and data feed costing about 2,000 rupees. These are the investment costs towards running that business as such. So that will be the running cost as such. But I would always recommend that have a good data feed, have a good system, have a good internet connectivity, um, so that you don't miss out on trades on time as such. See, we are franchisees for both Global Data Feed and True Data. They give you 3 days trial version. You can get in touch with our support team. They will help you out in terms of getting you that 3 days trial. Try it out and check how the entire system works. And after that, you can go in for subscription. Any other queries? Anything else? Any doubts? Anything one would like to see? There's some interesting stuff also in Amibroker, for example. um, Something like, say, if you are looking at a chart and you're running a price chart, and you want to place an order whenever you want to. So the best method is we have certain modules called button trading module. All you have to use is put the same webhook URL here, right, and enable this. So you get a button here. You have a button for long entry, buy entry and buy exit, short entry and short exit. So you're looking at the price and see you want to take an entry. All you have to do is say go and click here.
Signal generated.
It will take a long entry. You can see this order coming in and getting placed. 11:28. This order came in now, and position has been taken. So if you want to exit from here, so you're looking at a chart and you find that okay, it has reached a position where you want to close your long position. You can say
Signal
buy exit.
generated.
You can do it at the click of a button from here. So these are button trading modules which are available. Again, it is provided free of cost from Algomojo. You can use button trading. You can use automated trading. From the chart itself, you can send a sell order
Signal
or
generated.
a sell
Signal
closer
generated.
order. At the click of a button, entry can be taken for both long entries and short entries. Or you can leave it to the system to keep running. Whenever there's a long or a short coming in from your strategy, these orders can get placed automatically for you. One-time definition of what you want to trade in Algomojo. In this case, we said Bank Nifty. Another case, we said Nifty. And in another case said we want to do Nifty with hedge. So you can create any number of instrument, any number of combinations, and run it from various places also. One place, trading view, you can say run from Nifty on Amibroker. If you want to run, say, futures, you can do that. So you have you can combine, or there is a good strategy that you're running from charting for your cash market segments. So you can run it from there also. All with one subscription from Algomojo. You can place those orders from multiple charting platform, multiple trading platforms onto using Algomojo to be placed with your broker. All that is possible. And the process of integration is we have kept it as user friendly as possible so that one need not have to get into looking at what is the code of this. For example, this what is the code written here, and if I have to make any changes in this, what is that I need to do. So you need not have to worry about any of those things. No touching of any of the codes. So that's it. All you have to do is do a plug and play of certain modules, and you get any strategy. Either you would have developed or you would have sourced it from somewhere. There are a lot of freeware also available in the segments, so you can download them, and then if you test them and then you find that okay, you want to deploy them for trading purpose or investment purpose, can we can help you out. And the process, if you look at it once or twice, do it along with us, or you try it out. And in case if you have any doubts, our support team is available. They will assist you and guide you, and pretty easy to understand, simple to implement. And once you create these things, it can keep running for you without any interventions. Yes, sir. In case if you already have an account with Zorona already, then yes, you have to take the APIs charges subscription from us. Annual subscriptions are pretty attractive. If you look at it, works out to 500 rupees for you in terms of our cost. You take an annual subscription, it works out to 500 rupees for you. Okay, in case if there are no other queries, we can look at part of the uh, presentation. So we saw some, well, the first step, as I was mentioning, defining what is that you want to trade in Algomojo, and doing that alert creation in TradingView or in Amibroker, just download the module and update the webhook URL. So once you do these two steps, you are ready to, mm, your signals will be processed and orders will be placed in your account. So we saw how to do it with super trend and trend line based kind of studies. You can bring in any study. So process will be similar in terms of doing the setups. No complication involved at all. In case if you have anything particular to see, let me know. I'll try and explain them. Now, in case if somebody is using option strategies, kindly refer to this blog. There's a step-by-step process given to implement each of those strategies in our blog. In terms of our support, we are available from 9 to 5 on all working days and from 10 to 5 on Saturdays. You can reach us on WhatsApp 810-55-722-33 or you can call us on 8550-828-828 or you can raise a ticket from our website or you can send an email to us. We will be able to assist you, guide you in terms of any issues or any clarifications that you would have. My name is Lokesh. We take up coding for TradingView and Amibroker also. In case if you have any such kind of requirements, you can send me an email. We can look at it and come back to you in terms of feasibility and costing, and then take it forward from there. Right? Uh, in case if there are no other queries, we can conclude at this point in time. Have a nice weekend. Thanks a lot. Thanks again.